Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say.
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. India Love for ruining the event.
The Streamer Awards just happened, and of course people couldn't let the event go off perfectly. Some people had to try and gain some spotlight or gain some attention and ruin it in ways that I cannot describe. All the way from India Love going up on stage for no real reason and disrupting Valkyrie from talking, to Fan making some jokes that had people very uncomfortable, probably even Kai Cenat, because she compared him to the likes of Diddy. But I want to go over some of the weird and crazy things that happened during the Streamer Awards. But in order to do that, you know we have to start from the very beginning with who even are these people? What is this event, and how do we get here in the first place?
Hassan is here. Is that a vibration remote in your pocket, or are you just excited to be here?
I'll put it on you later.
This is Fan, the Asian girl. And so she was basically like the floor host, which is basically the person that walks around and, you know, talks to everybody in the room. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the jokes were okay. Some of the jokes were, you know, it didn't hit. But, you know, she's just doing her job. Some people that make clips on TikTok and Instagram, right? They either twist it around to make it seem like, you know, oh, this is whack, blah, 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 blah. And then some people twist it to where they're like, they really don't like the person. Like with Fan, I don't really watch her. All right, I seen her around. She seems cool, but like she's not usually edgy from what I've seen. People have been saying that, oh, it was a horrible job. Here's the thing. I watched like most of the ceremony of the Streamer Awards. It was really like not that bad. Like it's just that some people are taking it to heart, and it's an award show. It's jokes. It's not supposed to be meant to be taken seriously. They're there to have fun, and it's an award ceremony.
Going forward in this video, most of the people I am about to mention are streamers or content creators of the sort, just so I don't have to keep on repeating it. But this is the Streamer Awards, an award show held by QT Cinderella, a very popular streamer where she gets together and has awards that she hands out to a lot of the streaming community for the accomplishments that they made throughout the year. And she has awards spanning from Best Battle Royale Streamer, Best Duo Streamer to Streamer of the Year, and people all across Twitch come to celebrate. And unfortunately for her, most of these events don't go off perfectly, and we have people trying their hardest to ruin it or just take the spotlight away from people who actually deserve it. We have that moment perfectly illustrated by the India Love situation that happened during the Streamer Awards.
DDG, Vanilla Mace, Gwendolyn Ortiz.
And the Streamer Award goes to Adapt. Best breakout streamer. This means so much to me, and I'm so grateful, man. Thank you guys. You guys have no idea how much you have changed my life, man.
That was the Breakout Streamer Award, an award given to somebody who has gone to new heights in streaming this year, and it wasn't as popular maybe the year before that, or just really wasn't streaming. And you saw the person that won happened to be FaZe Adapt. Congrats to Adapt, by the way. I doubt he's watching this video, but still congrats to him. While obviously losing isn't the best feeling in the entire world, you saw that the other contestants like Wendy Ortiz, Vanilla Maze, DDG, and Rakai didn't make that big of a fuss or didn't really end up doing anything. But apparently someone that was really upset that Adapt won was India Love. And she decided to show everyone just how mad she was by storming the stage unannounced, unprovoked, and for no real reason to give her 2 cents to everybody that no one really asked for.
Sapphire Award, our 2023 winner, Valkyrie.
Real quick, y'all. I know Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out. Blah, 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 blah.
See, when I saw this live, right, I thought personally that this was staged. And the reason why I think this is staged, because number one, I'm pretty sure you could like see how she walked up the stairs was extra slow. And then she ended up running when she got to the top, because obviously she got heels and whatever. If this wasn't staged and she actually did this for real, I think she was trying to be funny and try to do a Kanye, but it didn't like, you know, it wasn't as funny. But, you know, I think she was trying to like be fun, play around and stuff, but it like I don't think she really meant it to be like, oh yeah, fuck a dap and DDG and Rick Aisha won it. I really don't mean I really don't think she really meant it to be like, you know, bringing down on Adapt for winning the award, but it's really like, you know, it's just the clips that go around that, you know, misinterpret on what actually happened. It's just how it is. In my eyes, you know, when you're at a cookout and like your auntie makes a joke and it's like it's not really that funny, but like you laugh at it to not like hurt their feelings. But you know, I mess with India Love, I mess with Adapt, Rakai, and DDG. But you know, it's just I think she was trying to be funny and people took it the wrong way.
Several issues here. One, India Love is not Kanye West. And before she even went and stormed that stage, she was actually interrupting an entire award show. No one invited her. QT didn't have this as a secret surprise. There was no reason for her to be going up there. She did that of her own volition, making a complete fool and idiot of herself, and probably making the people that she's so-called trying to defend, being Rakai and DDG, upset in the process, because no one wants to be seen as a laughing stock or as someone who's associated with a person that's going to interrupt an award show purely because the people that they liked didn't win. That doesn't make anybody in the situation look good. Yes, again, it's unfortunate to not win the award, but it's way worse to have another person who represents you go up there and try to have a Will Smith moment, all because an award wasn't given to them or given to the person they like. That's why she got booed off stage. She is not some diva or some queen that everybody was cheering for, happy to have this happen. She's just the bumbling idiot that everyone gets to point and laugh at now. And of course, we get more insight on why this happened in the first place, because there was actually someone that encouraged her to do this and talked about the aftermath when she actually came back to her seat.
Indy at the table, just me and India. She's like, I feel bad for Ricardo. I feel like I gotta say something. You're not crazy. She's like, what? You know about me? She's like, I might need another drink though. Like, your drink right there. So,
See, I didn't know about this part. Okay, this is brand new to me. All right, he said something like, "I need a drink." She had to be drunk. She had to be drunk. She had to be drunk. If she's asking for, "Where's my drink at?" She had to be drunk. She had to be drunk. There's no way. Chat, am I right? Am I right, chat? I mean, like she had to be drunk. There's no way that. I mean, I guess it wasn't staged then, because that proves it. Because dude was at the table. I mean, you know. I guess it's not staged. You know.
oh, that happens. She goes to walk up. I'm like, oh, she's dead. Chilling. Gang, you would have thought she caught a body. Like 8-10 guards pull up. 8-10 guards pull up to the spot. Say, you have to go. Like, okay.
This is Playboy Max's cousin, someone who was also at the Streamer Awards and, as you heard, was sitting next to India Love and basically encouraged her to go up there, not thinking that she would actually do it. Why you would encourage that act, I don't know. Why she actually did it, I don't know. But after doing so, as he said, she was escorted out by several guards, probably because she just stormed the stage for no real reason, thinking that she was about to get a moment, but she had a bunch of people laughing at her because she's being a complete idiot and a nuisance. I don't know why we can't act like we have some actual sense while at an award show, regardless if it's the Streamer Awards, the Soccer Awards, or just the awards to win a plastic water bottle. You can understand that people have regulations and things that they want to happen a certain way, and you disrupting all of that is going to get you kicked out of the event. But obviously, India Love herself didn't see anything wrong with what she did, because when she went on her own stream, she talked about it as if she just had her own Kanye moment, and that she should basically be praised for what she had done.
See, and look, it's what I think what happened, okay? She got a little bit too drunk, okay? In her head, she's like, oh, I'm at an award ceremony, yada, yada, yada. Thought of an iconic award ceremony moment, which was Kanye with Taylor Swift, and that's what she did. You know, try to recreate it, you know, and try to be funny. And I think the clip that they're about to show right now is literally right after the award ceremony, and I'm pretty sure she's still drunk. So it's like when you're drunk, okay, your head is not thinking straight, okay? So anything that comes to your head and you're like, I think this is a good idea, you're most likely gonna do it, even if it's good or bad. So I'm pretty sure the clip that they're about to show is literally right after the award ceremony, and she's still drunk. So yeah.
Hey, you know me, I'm super. What needed to happen. I was gonna make it happen regardless. I was gonna make it happen regardless. You know what's crazy though, Dez? On my life, when I went over there to go talk to Rakai, I didn't like his demeanor. Like, Rakai head was down. Rakai didn't have his light. I'm like, nah, I need to feel this. Like, I don't give a f. Like, he just didn't have, like, Rakai's head was down. His whole, like, I didn't like that.
Now I know
And notice, let's go back just a little bit, just so I could point it out. Notice the drinks are right there. They're right there. So obviously, they're intoxicated. They're drunk. Everything that she's saying, she's not really meaning it. Okay? So, like, literally, like, you could hear it in her voice. She's a little bit, I would say, not fully, but she's a little bit tipsy. I would assume. I'm not saying she is. I'm assuming. Because, she's a grown-ass woman. She could do whatever she wants. But going up on stage, personally, I wouldn't do that. But that was her decision. It was made.
I need to feel this. Like, I don't give a f. Like, he just didn't have, like, Rakai's head was down. His whole, like, I didn't like that.
Now, I know I said it basically after every clip, but I think it really needs to be emphasized. She is not Kanye West. This is not the Oscars. This is an award show. Now, obviously, Rakai being one of the youngest people to be nominated for this award show, he is 17 compared to all of these 20-plus-year-olds who are over here also winning it. It's going to hit him a lot harder because he's younger doing all this. But the course of action to correct his behavior or to make him feel better isn't to go up on stage when you are not invited and tell everybody that Rakai should have actually won and that DDG got snubbed for the award, when Adapt put in just as much work as all of them. By doing this, I feel like you're trying to discredit him and all the work that he's put in, and genuinely, it makes you seem like a complete idiot, and it's not gonna have anybody on your side. Even the people that you're trying to defend, like Rakai and DDG, are not over here championing you for actually doing this. They're getting on their streams and questioning why you did all of this, specifically DDG, because when he talked about it afterwards, he was literally saying, yeah, I had to check up on India.
I seen what India did. I checked on her, made sure she was straight. I know a lot of y'all felt frustrated, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Shout out to Adapt. Adapt went crazy. Everybody went crazy in their own way. You know, that's the point of a community. You feel me? It's the point of a community is being together.
Even DDG is having a better reaction to losing his award that he was nominated for, not her at the end of the day, than she is. And at the end of the day, yes, it's an award show.
I had to bump it down. I had to bump it down for the
even
buffering.
the people around you that you're sticking up for aren't going to the lengths or even having good reactions to the things that you've been doing. You can say it's PR training, but overall, I think a normal person would just see what India Love did and not want that to happen, especially if she's trying to do it representing you. We can see what the normal consensus would be from a streamer like Lacey.
It's still a very fun event. Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. India Love for ruining the event. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know?
So your first initial thought is to run up on a stage, make a scene, and discredit other people? Rakai had a huge year and he deserved to be up there and deserved to win. There's just no need for that. It was just trashy, bro. It was just trashy. It was trashy. It was like...
Look, so, look, I'm not saying it's okay to just go up there on the stage and just say whatever you want. It's not your place. If you weren't asked to go up there and to present an award or do a segment on the stage, I mean, you shouldn't be going up there in the first place. That's wrong. But I think from her perspective, she was just trying to be funny and try to create a Kanye moment, like I said earlier. But, as you can see, through other people's eyes, they thought it was disrespectful, and I understand why. I fuck with a lot of these streamers, okay? There's very few streamers I don't fuck with, okay? And and it's, I don't really like to, discredit anybody that, been putting in their work, you know what I mean? So it's, I see that Lacey, another person that's outside of, you know, the friend circle of like, DDG and, all them people over there, you know, say something and how they, different perspectives.
Just attention-seeking trash. This is weird.
Well, I feel like the entire India Love situation was very weird, and people are going to look at her as an oddball going forward. I feel like this was something that the Streamer Awards or anybody who was helping with it could not predict. They could predict that India Love was going to run up on stage and do what she did, and they went to great lengths after she did it to stop it from happening again by kicking her out of the award show. But they definitely could predict were the jokes that were going to be made, because they had to be run over by somebody, or somebody had to approve these things that were going to be said. And let me just tell you, most of these jokes during the Streamer Awards were interesting at best, and some of the most awkward inducing weird moments I've ever seen. And a specific one that's getting a lot of traction is the jokes that they made about Kai Cenat.
Achievements. We've got another record breaker here tonight too. Kai Cenat. This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also, congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Now, obviously.
And look, like, I'm pretty sure, like, it's supposed to be a lighthearted joke, It wasn't really, it wasn't really as funny, But people, when the Mafia-thon was going around and, when Kai cut his hair or whatever, or before, like a little bit before he cut his hair, everybody was calling him P. Diddy. Because, he's from New York. And I'm not gonna lie, he does kind of look like P. Diddy with a low cut. But, it's I'm not gonna lie, some of the jokes were not hitting, but some of them did, and then some of them didn't. But that's just how it goes, It's just that, clips taken out of context. You already heard me blabber earlier.
With 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Now, obviously, this is an award show, not just any award show, but an award show with content creators who make jokes on stream all the time. And some of them can tend to go a little bit too far and end up even being funny to the point of being recognized as all-time memes or places on the internet. This joke right here is not only none of that, but also not even that funny of a joke to begin with. These several ones that she made before even comparing Kai to Diddy Combs was saying that his streamer university was the least educational university in the world. And
Hey, this is not degrading, okay? This is not for me to later on get into Streamer University. Streamer University is the most educational university I ever seen, all right? I've been to other universities in the past, and I have not learned anything from those universities. Streamer University is the best university on the planet. And surprisingly, it's only open 3 days out the week, which I like. And it's an easy way to get your degree.
basically calling his Mafia-thon a trip to get one of the most expensive haircuts possible, which those two I guess you can put aside because they're not really that crazy, but comparing Kai to Diddy is something that a lot of people have already had issues with and find very weird, and probably even Kai himself, because while he's just trying to have fun and streaming, be compared to someone like Diddy Combs who was in jail, locked up for a plethora of bad things, is probably not something you want on yourself. And obviously not just me having a problem with this, but other people online, and even someone who was actually at the Streamer Awards, that being Ty Lil, wanted to speak out and say something about the weird joke that Fan made.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn it on, turn it on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Now we're in the same situation as we had with India.
Look. With Ty Lil, I've seen Ty Lil stuff. He's gonna say what he's gonna say. Right? So in this moment, he didn't really need to do this, but he did it anyways. But I don't know if I don't know if the guy that made this video is gonna show what he said later. But at the end of it, he made a joke out of it. So it was just lighthearted. Like he said it like, like be more funnier, I guess. And then later she asked him, would you like to make a joke? Lightheartedly, not like disrespectfully. And then he paused and said, No, but like that's just like a lighthearted joke. I mean, I'm pretty like think like this type of stuff don't need to really be taken seriously. Like it's like I don't know why so many people take this so seriously. Like they act like if it's not that serious. I mean, it's not that serious. It's not that serious at all.
At least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Now we're in the same situation as we had with India Love, a little bit different, basically the same premise though, where Ty Lue was out here calling out Fan, but in doing so is disrupting the entire event, causing it to go to a complete halt in order to tell her that the joke that she made wasn't funny, and even some of the previous ones, which I didn't show, were on the same level as that. Well, again, this isn't the same exact situation as India Love, where she's coming up and discrediting someone who actually won an award. I feel like it's still pretty odd to do this in the middle of the event, because at the end of the day, these are all content creators, these are all streamers, these are all people that work on the internet. They know that these clips are going out and they will have a chance to react to it and say their opinions after the event is over. You don't need to do it during it. Even Kai showed his displeasure without actually sitting here and interrupting the event. No, I feel like he is justified calling out the weird joke that Fan made. Doing it in this fashion doesn't help anybody. It just makes everything a lot worse for everyone involved in this situation. And unfortunately allows for other streamers to call out the stuff that Ty Lue did as a whole to make it seem like the jokes that were being said weren't that serious, that this is an entire content creator event and people are being way too sensitive about what's being said. At least that's what this current streamer had to say about what happened.
Stupid. These people are stupid. These people are stupid. They can't take jokes, man. They're streamers, okay? These guys are streamers. Get out of the streaming space if you can't handle it. Oh my god. Chat, roast us every day, and these young kids can't take a goddamn joke.
That's like, and this is what I'm talking about. Y'all niggas can't take jokes. Like, it's all jokes at the end of the day. They really don't mean it, and I'm pretty sure they said everything that they say in the award show is supposed to be taken as a joke. Like it's, it's just that I don't know. Some people they get offended easily, but it's whatever. It's whatever, dude. I mean, shit happens.
Streamers should be the biggest people. I mean, we should be able to take the jokes the most because we deal with it every day. If you can't take a joke, get the out of here, you loser. You loser. If you're gonna be crying because I called you a loser for that, get out of my face.
That's because they are comparing him to someone like Diddy Combs. I don't think people understand how crazy his rap sheet is of the terrible things that he has done. If you're comparing him to another streamer or even another big name celebrity like Kevin Hart, I doubt he would care. But you're comparing him to someone who has been committed of doing all types of heinous things. Yes, I would also be upset. Even if people on the internet are doing the same thing, who's to say he is happy about that?
Look. Like, again, with the Kai Cenat being compared to, like, Diddy, I mean, I think it's a lighthearted joke. It's not that funny, but it's lighthearted. I mean, is it really, like, that serious to niggas nowadays that, like, if you get compared to another person? Like, wasn't, like, I swear somebody was comparing somebody to, like, it's very lighthearted. I mean, it's that simple. Like, it's like I get they're trying to be funny and whatever. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. Why are niggas getting offended? I'm so confused. Like it's not that serious.
And Kai hasn't streamed since that situation has happened, so we don't even know if he would ban people from his chat or even allow his own community to say these things about him. It is obvious by watching the clip that it was an awkward moment. These streamers are okay with people joking all the time because it's their main job and the way that they entertain people. But you can decide which jokes go too far and which jokes you don't like, how you interact with them, and how you go about doing certain things. And there were even other jokes that were being made that people felt were very questionable, directed at Hassan along with FaZe Clan.
We're right there with Rage. Rage, I had a quick question. What's your favorite color on the pride flag?
Yes.
Yes!
See, this was funny because he didn't answer. He just said yes. It was funny. But like, it's just that, the people watching it, if they don't really know these people, because I'm a viewer, all right? I watch FaZe Clan, I watch AMP, I watch Extra Emily, you know, I watch Black Boy Max, all these other content creators. I watch them. I know what they do. I know when they're joking because I've seen their content for I don't know how many years already. Especially Your Rage. Your Rage, I've been watching him since 2020, 2019. You know, like, and most of the people that are in phase right now, I've been watching them since 2020, 2019. So I know when they're joking. I know when, you know, like you can see on Rage's face right now, like he's not really taking it that lightly. You see Silky over here smiling too because it's a joke. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's just that, people that watch like to think that, they doing some shit, but they not.
Yes.
Rakai, question. What's the coolest thing you've ever stolen? Don't answer, it's a test, it's a test, Rakai! Have you learned nothing? Don't answer it, don't answer it! Take his mic, take his mic. What? He's learned his lesson, he's not allowed to answer that.
All right, let's keep going this way.
See, with the Rakai joke, I mean, again, all these jokes are light, you know, light jabs, bro. It's not meant to be taken seriously if you guys don't know what happened. Rakai got banned for like 2 days or something. It was supposed to be 2 years, but it got bumped down for 2 days, I guess. Because he stole some. He didn't really steal anything. If you haven't seen the clip, go look it up. It's Rakai handing a random lady some flowers from the store, and he didn't pay for them, but he gave it to them as a joke, saying like, oh, here's your flowers, la 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 la, and they left. Technically, he didn't steal it. The lady stole it, all right? So, again, I don't think that was technically stealing, but, again, and also the Nina situation, like, it's similar, and she didn't get banned, and that's a whole different topic for a whole nother day that, we could potentially dive in. But I rest my case.
Okay, the table! Woo! Or was it misogynistic? I don't remember. Jason, Sakura, the internet's favorite couple, hi, and their short gay son, Ron.
Now again.
See, the short gay son, Ron, that was funny, but the whole, homophobic and misogynistic thing, it wasn't funny. But like, niggas are only gonna pay attention to the first part and not the second part. You see what I'm getting at here?
As I said, most of these jokes are interesting and leaning toward the stage of awkward, the millisecond that everybody goes silent and realizes that none of this stuff is actually that funny, which is pretty interesting because they're in a room full of content creators whose entire job is entertaining people on the internet on a consistent basis. But at the end of the day, I can understand most of these things are supposed to be jokes. And a lot of these people that are put in these situations, if they didn't want to be, are just going to probably react like Rage or say nothing like Rakai or just have a face like Kai himself and try their best to just laugh it off and keep this whole thing going. But I assume a bunch of people in the crowd or even online were talking about how annoying and how bad the jokes were getting, to the point where Cutie herself had to address them.
All right, it feels like we're getting loose, we're warming up, we're having a good time, and I just want to remind you guys that everything we say tonight is a joke, okay? Especially after some of you talk to Fan. I know that people are gonna take moments from tonight and clip them out of context and make it look like there's drama, and that always happens, but I would never set you guys up for something like that.
Understand.
See, like I said, they said this during the award ceremony, so people know they're not trying to go after them. So it's not like they were purposely going and, trying to go out for different streamers. It was just it's just the same way how the Oscars and the ESPYs and whatever award ceremony there is for whatever. They're gonna throw some lighthearted jokes that are in the culture that they're in, like music. I'm pretty sure at the Grammys, they're gonna make fun of Drake and the Kendrick beef. I'm 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. All right. There's different like in like the SBs, they make fun of different uh athletes like LeBron or Steph Curry or whatever. Like it's the same thing. And just because it's streamers and they get clipped all the time, they're gonna, they're gonna clip certain things because they get clipped all the time and people watch, those clips all the time. Most people, they're not going looking up, oh, drama on the NBA or la la la, unless they're specifically, you know, liking that sport, like basketball or football or whatever, right? Like you could say the same thing with Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. It's the same. It's the same situation. Like pretty sure SBs they're gonna make fun of Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. I already know this. I already know this because that's what they do. They try to not make it a boring award show and make jokes throughout the show so people are entertained. It's again not supposed to be taken seriously.
She had to address it because it's not like it's just me and Ty Lil that were getting upset. And I want y'all to know, I'm not clipping these jokes out of context. I promise you, there was no real context I could add to any of those jokes. They just randomly were walking around saying these things to people as they saw them going by. And I don't want to make it seem like there's actual hate, but there definitely was a disdain for this year's jokes and things that were being said by FanFan along with Cutie because it just was not hitting at all. And even people watching from home, like me, like you, if you were watching the Streamer Awards, had an issue with it. And along with people like Jinxie, who were calling out how apparently last year's whole segment with Sketch was way better than what we have going on with FanFan and QT right now.
Oh my God, next!
Anyway,
next,
speaking
next,
of Streamer
next,
University,
come on,
we do
stop.
have alumni here
This
tonight.
is getting bad!
And Tota, wait, where?
I'm gonna be honest, shout out to her, she seems awesome. Sketch did way better last year, bro. And
See, I honestly I would have to agree Sketch did it a little bit better. But the thing about this year's Streamer Award is just that they went like they didn't like, all right, two jokes, all right, move on to the next thing. It was just a whole like 15 minutes of her walking around talking to people, which is honestly like that's the only thing I didn't like. Like it's just it took too long. Like you dragged it. Like you dragged it all the way. Like it was dragged for a long time. And the award ceremony was like 5+ hours, and I wasn't watching 5+ hours. I only watched like 2.5. But like it was just really dragged on. Like it was like you could have made like three max jokes and moved on to the next award, and then do throw some ads, the sponsors, whatever, and then whatever.
he was in and out of it. He was really. She seems awesome. Sketch did way better last year, bro. And he was in and out of it. He was really. Sketch did way better.
We're gonna speak on.
But shout out to her though.
Great, how are you? I'm a little
Yeah.
drunk right now.
I actually, I told Marcus a joke that I was gonna do with Ray and he said he was gonna steal it.
I really want to show that so y'all can understand how bad these jokes really hitting. It's not just me hating, it's not just Ty Lil hating, it's not just the internet hating. People all across the world are genuinely surprised of how bad this performance was when it came to these jokes. Again, being outright weird and awkward at times to at bare minimum pretty interesting, and at the very lowest bar of what you could actually even call what a joke is. Outside of that though, along with the whole India situation, the Streamer Awards actually wasn't that bad, and the nominees that won definitely deserved it because of how much hard work they have been putting in throughout this entire year. And Cutie Cinderella, surprisingly with all the technical difficulties and even some of the stuff I just showed y'all here that went down, it was actually still a pretty good award show.
See, like it took the words straight out of my mouth. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's like people say it was bad because they only saw the jokes that they made and like, oh, if the jokes were bad, then the whole thing was just a disaster. Like, no. Like the people that won the awards, they should win that award. Like there wasn't like any, awards that were given out to the wrong people. That was like a shocker or like, oh, they didn't deserve it. Like Streamer of the Year, Speed, yes. The Sapphire Senna, like those are the like you could agree if you watch those two people that they deserve the awards that they got. And if you know it's just that most of the people, they don't watch streams. Like, the people that watch streams is the people that really support that certain content creator, and the people that are like, oh, they they fuck with them, but they don't really watch. They don't really like to watch 8-hour streams. They're watching YouTube clips, just so they could keep up, So again, the Streamer Awards wasn't really that bad. It was just the jokes were on and off, you know.
I'm happy that it turned out as well as it possibly could. I don't want to make this video to hate on the Streamer Awards or to hate on QT Cinderella, but obviously I'm going to talk about the drama that happens, and that will come with a bit of hate for certain things that happen at the award show. But overall, it was actually a pretty nice event, and if you missed out on it, definitely go look up the clip so you can see some more interesting moments from said award show. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best, let us know in the comment section down below, because this video is unfortunately over. But if you did enjoy this video, maybe consider giving it a like. If you enjoy content like this, then maybe consider subscribing, because I post like this every single week. Never miss out on a single upload if you hit that bell icon, because you'll be notified the millest.
Hey, shout out to who made this video? Who made this video? Let me see. Hey, shout out to Novely. Whole time. Go sub to his channel. Actually made a pretty good vid. Out of 10, what would I rate the Streamer Awards? It was like a 7. It was like a cool 7. Because it was just the jokes weren't hitting. That's it. Like, there were some jokes that hit here and there and all that, but it really wasn't like, I would say definitely this year's awards was visually better than last year's, in my opinion. But the jokes weren't hitting, so that's what downgraded. But, overall, I enjoyed watching it. I mean, it wasn't that bad for me to watch. Yeah, I didn't want to click off of watching the Streamer University. I keep on saying Streamer University, like Streamer Award Ceremony. Shout out to Cutie Cinderella though, because I'm pretty sure she's doing that all by herself, and pretty sure that's a lot of work. So shout out to her. Shout out to all the streamers that won the award and got nominated, got invited and whatever. But yeah.